Welcome back to weekly D&D plot hooks. Last week we had ghosts, basilisks and were-rats. This week we have flumphs, elephants and undead beholders. As always, please put your own stories or ideas in the comments below and subscribe if any of these sound fun to you. Number 1. Elephant. A travelling circus interrupts the party's path with the whole works, acrobats, clowns and lions. They're all looking very subdued, however. It turns out that their trained elephant Nelly has been stolen. They try to follow the tracks, but they seem to just go in circles, and wild animals attack whenever they try and investigate further. If the party choose to investigate, they can push past the wild animals and uncover a druid's grove, where Nelly the druid is taking a well-earned holiday and has a few demands before returning to work. Number 2. Pentadrome. In a mix-up in Mechanus, the party are captured while asleep and arrive in an acquisitions warehouse for a Modron workshop. The Modron in charge of acquisitions tells the party they need to go and talk to the Modron in charge of strategy, who in turn sends them to complaints. The party end up in endless bureaucracy until they work out that this workshop seems strange. All that these Modrons are acquiring is adventurers, and all they are producing is servants for the lower planes. Number 3. Umberhulk. The party wake up after a particularly confusing nightmare in an area that they do not recognise. The surrounding area seems like a deep underground cavern, and the only clue to their situation is that their weapons are dirty and a trail of blood is leading away from them. As they head through the caves looking for an escape, they find more and more clues as to what happened, ending up in a final cavern with a pair of Umberhulks, one trying to heal the other from bad wounds. The only exit is behind them. Number 4. Griffin. It's the day of the big horse race. The beloved mayor's horse is the favourite to win, and everybody in town has turned out to see it. The pre-race procession starts and the crowd is cheering. The mayor rides her noble steed into the arena to adoration. Suddenly, the cheers turn to cries as the racecourse is beset by griffins. People try to fight them off, but there are too many of them. When they dissipate, all the horses are gone, but so is the mayor. Number 5. Flumph. A town has been going through a difficult time and has a wonderful surprise one day. The townsfolk wake up and there are hundreds of flumphs everywhere. This improves the mood of the townsfolk and things appear to be getting better. Harvests are better and fortunes improve. The party arrive at this town and enjoy the festivities. The next day though, the flumphs are gone. Through the next few days, the fortunes turn again and things are miserable. When things are reaching breaking point, a ransom note appears at the town hall demanding payment for the return of the flumphs. Do the town pay? Number 6. Beholder Zombie. An adventurer has just returned to town celebrating destroying the nearby Mind Flayer nest. He returned home hauling a trophy behind him, a dead beholder which is placed ceremoniously in the middle of the town square, with people throwing stones at it. The party arrive to find this and can partake in the stone throwing themselves. The next day, however, the trophy is gone and no one is sure where it went, until a groaning starts to build during the morning meeting, and the beholder, now zombified, approaches flanked by an entire horde of regular zombies. Who awoke these creatures, and why did they take this opportunity now? The party has a mystery to solve, after they fight off an undead horde. Number 7. Giant Crab. A young girl sneaks through the house late at night. She sneaks to the kitchen and finds the cookie jar. She carefully pulls out 2 cookies and wraps them in a blanket. She heads out the front door and through the village towards the nearby beach. There is a pretty sunset and she sits and waits. After a few minutes, she starts to look concerned, and then she notices some footprints in the sand that match the friend that she had agreed to meet. She creeps over and studies them more closely, but then a shadow looms over her. A giant claw grabs her and pulls her into the surf. The party arrive in town the next day. The only clues are the tracks and the cookies left on a blanket on the beach.